Having previously read and enjoyed the first two of the Adventurous books by Gemma Hatt, I had high expectations for the first book in her Mysterious Mansion series, Secrets at Number 6. Gemma Hatt has not disappointed. The book starts with a useful character overview showing the upstairs and downstairs characters, and this helped to set the scene. Overall, there is a good balance of description, dialogue, and storytelling, and this balance will help to keep younger readers and audiences engaged. Alice and Theo make for a great combination of main characters, and as an animal lover myself, I thought the inclusion of Nero the dog worked really well. There are many characters in the story, however, they are varied and each bring something to the plot. From a reading perspective, it's well paced, mysterious, and the humorous moments are a good contrast to the working world of the task of the downstairs characters, indicating class differences. The puzzling elements of the many mysteries that unravel as the tale goes on certainly kept me guessing. Factually, it's educational for children in references to a historical movement, the aforementioned class systems or London road names and places that as adults we are aware of and have experienced, and this will inform curious children gently. Whilst the feeling of the book is not dissimilar to an Enid Blyton mystery, the writing style is modern and accessible for children of various ages. I know as a child I'd have really enjoyed this, and I have as an adult too. Here is a snippet of how the story starts. Chapter 1, The Invisible. London, 1908. When the alarm trilled in the attic room, for a moment Alice thought she was back in the crowded Kentish cottage with her family and 5 younger siblings. With her cheeks flushed, she sprang out of bed, hopped across the cold floorboards, and threw open the faded curtains. A tiny streak of light from the moon peeked through the cloudy sky over the city rooftops. After lighting a candle, Alice tiptoed over to the mass of red curly hair in the twin bed next to her own. "Ethel," Alice prodded the 13-year-old's arm. "It's 5:30." Ethel buried her freckled face under her pillow and received further prodding. 5 minutes." "Don't fall asleep again," whispered Alice. Ethel groaned and lifted her head up to watch her new roommate pull her uniform from their shared chest of drawers. "Why are you so full of beans? Winter's horrible in this place." "It's a fresh start, and I'm in London." Alice put her uniform on the bed and turned around to pick up the jug on top of the chest of drawers. She tipped it into a heavily chipped basin, but nothing came out. "I'd rather be back home in Ireland." Ethel got out of bed, wincing as her feet hit the cold floor. "The water's frozen again." She stood next to Alice and picked up one of 2 crisp flannels. "So are these. We'll have to wash downstairs. Come on, hurry up." The girls quickly threw on their stockings and print dresses. "What have they got you doing first?" asked Ethel, tying a Hessian apron around her waist. "I'm going up to see Nero," said Alice, looking into a small mirror to pin her long blonde hair up. "Well, that's rough on your first morning. Mabel hates him." "I know." Alice paused, thinking back to the conversation she'd had with the first housemaid the evening before. When Mabel spoke of Nero, her face had twisted as if she'd been stung by a wasp. "It can't be that bad." "Oh, I'm sure he's grand. I mean, the girl before you was in tears a few times." Ethel noticed Alice's jaw drop. "But anyway, let's hurry up. Mrs. Dell will be wanting a cup of tea. Now there's a real old dragon for you." Alice groaned as the girls fixed their white caps on and raced down the many flights of stairs to the basement scullery. After washing their faces, Alice turned towards the servants' stairwell. "Good luck," called Ethel. "See you at breakfast." Alice opened the green baize door and stepped out into the black and white tiled floor into the entrance hallway of number 6. She felt tiny in the large space, standing next to the tall grandfather clock. She looked up the grand mahogany staircase. The stern words of warning from Mrs. Hardcastle, the housekeeper, rang in her head. "Remember, do not be seen or heard by the family upstairs. You are to be invisible." The next Mysterious Mansions mystery, with the return of Alice and Theo, was released on August the 14th and is suitably titled Secrets at Number 7. I'm looking forward to reading that soon. Thank you for listening to this review. I've left links in the description box below for how you can buy Gemma's books. Thank you and see you next time.